Well, good morning, everyone. Let me take this off so we can see what I'm saying. Welcome to Marathon Mondays with Mal. Armand and I are actually in the roads of Coburg right now. We're stopped at a stoplight right on in the heart of Coburg. We are in coach 1285, fresh out of a new repaint. And this coach is for sale. We're going to drive it back to Marathon and put the slides out and take a look at this beautiful floor plan in this beautiful coach. 1285, you guys. This is a gem. This coach has 16,000 miles on it. It's only a couple of years old. I'm going to make this turn here. A couple of people out here having a cold coffee. How are you? Blue Valley Bistro. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Armand and I were just talking about our weekend and all the craziness that goes down. This is kind of the corner of where Coburg, you can turn right towards, I say right as I turn left, down towards I-5, towards the interstate. This is Pearl Street off of Coburg Road. Lots of really cool antique shops in Coburg. Yeah. We had a good weekend. Hope you did too. 1285. This is an X3 with 16,000 miles with a great floor plan. It's a consignment coach. And we're going to put these slides out and show everybody this really nice coach. Had some paint repair recently done at the Marathon Coburg location. So it's just like a brand new paint job. Our marketing manager, Pete Sutton, lives right over here in this community, so we'll let him know that there's an air horn in this bus. Good morning, Pete. What are you going to do? One of the cool features about 1285 is the owner, when he bought it, he said he had to have an air horn, and you heard it. You got to have an air horn. All right, turning on to Industrial Way. A lot of you have been this way. A lot of you haven't. Industrial Way is the street that runs parallel to Interstate 5, and this is where Marathon's corporate headquarters has been for, well, since '94. What we're going to do is we're going to pull into the service lane on the back side of the building, or the the west side of the building, and we're going to take a look at this great coach. Drives great. I got to drive this coach quite a bit about a year ago, and I don't know, I always go back and forth between the X and the H, which one I like to drive better. People out walking their dog. All right, here we go. Looks like Alan Christensen is behind us. Looks like he probably had something to pick up. Look at that.
I have a question now. Do you need a CDL for these coaches?
You know, that's a good question. Armand, thanks for feeding me that question. The question is, do we need a CDL to drive a Marathon? You don't need a CDL to buy it, that's for sure. I need a CDL because I work for the company. However, the number one thing I can tell you is you should check with your local DMV and your local laws of what it takes to drive a commercial bus. Every area is different. Every location is different. But for the most part, you do not need, I was right, Alan Christensen. You do not need a CDL to drive a Marathon. All right, I love this, the GPS that pops up. All right, we're going to put this guy in neutral, pop the brake. the detail guys were going to come in here and detail it. But Armand and I took it for the video this morning because we wanted to make sure we got this on video. All right. So everybody, let's, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open this door, because you want to make sure you've got a door open or a window open, and I've got both open. We're going to turn on the master light so we can see what we're saying, and then bring my mic with me, and then we're going to put this salon slide out, double slide X3. This is a great floor plan. For those of you who are always interested in seeing the slides in and the slides out, here's your comparison right here. This coach is already naturally very clean, but keep in mind, everybody, it's been in the paint department for a couple of weeks getting that paint repair done, so it's a little dusty from a couple of places, but I know our detail crew is going to come in and take a look at it. Let's go put that rear slide in. Out. Let's put it out. It's already in. Oh, where am I? I'm right here. I'll hold it right here. It's placed right here on the wall. In every coach, it seems to be different. It's where it can strategically be placed, and Armand will give you a good shot of how much room really opens up on these double slide X3s. Like I said, this coach is for sale, so anyone who's interested in getting into what's pretty much a new coach. It's only a couple of years old, you guys, but it only has 16,000 miles. And mileage really doesn't matter when it comes to a Prevost until you get into the older years. So, I mean, this is a fantastic coach for anyone who's looking to get into a pre-owned X3. Storage above the bed, storage below the bed. There's all kinds of closets. I'm going to walk you through all those closets, so stay with us. Shirt closet is right here. This is a large shirt closet. Take a look at that. All right. Below that shirt closet, you've got 4 drawers and nightstand drawers. So these things pop out and come out pretty significantly with lots of room. Now, this is a big closet. Let's open this one, if we can get it right. Take a look at how big that one is. Let's see if I've got lights for it here. Ooh, let's turn these guys on. Closet lights. There we go. Take a look at that. I'm going to cross in front of Armand here and show you the other closet. That's one of the things this floor plan does not lack. This coach has tons of storage. So you've already seen the shirt closet. You've seen a large closet there when you enter the bedroom. And then it's got this guy right here. This is a big, for the most part, walk-in closet. Turn on the closet lights. This has a hanger bar here, lots of storage up here and all the way back here. But, you know, at 5'11", 6 foot, I'm standing up in this closet. Washer, dryer right here, audio visual on this side, and a large bank of storage right here with drawers. Shelving. And you can imagine how creative you can get with all this room back here. Lots of room that will provide for storage. That's what it all comes down to. I love the glass bowls. Sink in here. This is an occasional sink or a side sink. Lots of storage down here in all these drawers and on both sides of the TV. On both sides of the TV, you've got room to be able to sort clothing or what have you. All right. First, let's show the shower. I'm going to open the shower door. Remember, it's got a squeegee in here, you guys, so it's like a self-cleaning or a self-squeegee system within that glass door. Now we're going to turn on the shower lights so you can get a really good idea of the beauty of this, and take a look at how large. That's one of the things that you shouldn't overlook, is the size of the seating in the shower. And take a look at that. Thank you, Armand. And if I turn the shower lights off, it really shows that the beauty of that backlit feature in the shower. Okay, water closet right here. Large water closet. I'm going to go in here and turn on some lights. Lights. Backsplash. Take a look at that, you guys. Large water closet. And it has a TV in the wall so that when you're in the shower with that glass door, you can continue to watch the game or the race or I don't know, whatever you're watching. The History Channel. Armand and I were talking about the NASCAR race, the Daytona 500. They had rain delay forever yesterday. I don't know if you guys caught it, but our director of our NASCAR director, Casey Hess, was there, and it had to be a long day for him. He sent me a really great video of a flyover. Fisher Paykel refrigerator with a very large wine or bottle storage. Doesn't have to be wine. Bottle storage. So if you've got a bottle of water, if you want to put extra bottles of water, I think each one of these holds 2 bottles of water. But it's got 2 rows of bottle storage above, and it's just dry storage so that you can have it up here, and then when you need to replace it in your refrigerator, you can pull it down like this. Fisher Paykel. For those of you who know the Sub-Zero, I personally prefer this refrigerator. I think it's brighter and bigger, but there are a lot of Sub-Zero fans out there too. I would never kick a Sub-Zero out of my kitchen, that's for sure. GE Advantium 120 right there. You got your burner top here, really nice sink here, and of course a dish drawer here. Lots of storage throughout in the galley. Of course, in the L-shaped dinette of the dinette, you've got this entire seating area, and of course the adjustable, as you guys well know. A lot of you are people who have watched this show a lot or know a lot about coaches. Not only do you have the mechanism that moves this dinette table in and out, but it also pivots so you can get in and out very easy, or a lot easier. And also, if you want extra seating or more comfortable seating for people to sit here and talk to each other, if we were sitting this close right now, we'd probably be masked up. But also, you can set up your dinette like you're having a buffet, having people in. Just kind of really cool. And then, of course, just like you would see on a yacht, it's got storage behind, not only on this side, but where I'm sitting. Marathon quality. Take a look. Everything is finished. Even behind here in this storage, it's finished with the cleanable engineered leather, not just here on the back side, but all the way even to this surface up here above, underneath the counter, that you cannot see. It's just thorough. That's the second time I've said thorough. I watched The Big Lebowski on Friday, so I'm quoting Maud Lebowski when I say thorough. All right. Into the salon, jackknife sofa. Beautiful sofa here. Goes real well against the galley or against the dinette table. 4K smart TVs throughout this coach. So you've got the Samsung right here on the salon slide out, and behind me, and Armand and I put it down. Let's put it down. There it is right there. You hear that signal? That is to let the driver or whoever's operating the coach know that your coach is turned on and you're trying to put your TV down. Because you can't drive like that. It won't let you put it into drive. Good storage here. Of course, you guys know that this cockpit co-pilot seat swivels around so that it creates additional seating facing this way into the salon, but also very large occasional table right here. Lots of amenities in this occasional table. Really good room here, and of course another table. I believe this is storage too. Yeah. That nice?
Mal, you are getting lots of happy birthday, happy belated birthday.
Oh my goodness, yes. Thank you, everybody. It was my birthday yesterday. Also the state of Oregon's birthday. Oregon 1859, and me a few years later. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, everybody. It's good to turn 29. I'm sorry, 27. Okay. Fireplace also. Let's not forget the fireplace. Now, we're going to go outside and take a look at this beautiful coach because I want you to see the exterior. But remember, it hasn't been washed. It came out of paint, but we still have to see it because it's beautiful. Let's go. All right, one of the coolest features of these coaches is when you can do an air dump, and I'm gonna do that for you guys right now. I'm gonna go back into the cockpit and show you how cool it is. And I say cool, but it can be very functional also because it gives you a certain amount of travel when it comes to a certain amount of extra height or less height because you can dump the air out of the airbags in this. And I'm going to dump the air all the way down and put it all the way down so you can see how dynamic it looks when it's even lowered. So what you can't see from the camera, but I'm going to tell you about it, is I put it into manual and then I go air dump, and you will see the entire bus go down. It's just part of the valid leveling system that is in these newer coaches. And all of the coaches, whether it be new or a pre-owned, they all have some sort of leveling system. But this new valid system with the 3 operating modes is really nice. You've got travel, auto, or manual. That's it. Let's walk around this coach and take a look at it. Beautiful colors. Well, that's it, everybody. That's Coach 1285. This one's for sale. If you're interested, MALW, that's MalW at marathoncoach.com. Reach out to me and let's get this on the road with you and your family, or just with you. This is a good example of marathon quality and a good example of a pre-owned that has been very well taken care of and has everything that you're going to need. And like I said when we were inside, tons of storage, and we didn't even get into the bays. If you're interested in this coach, we can get into the bays. All right, everybody, be yourself and do good things. Let's get this coach back out on the road. Email me and let's do it. I'm going down to Indio. I'll be down in Indio. We got another virtual wine event. So for those of you who are keeping track of me, Marathon Mondays with Mal on Facebook, which is its own Facebook page, so reach out to that one and like it. Marathon Mondays with Mal, and I'm going to be doing some Mal on the Move from that site and from the Marathon Facebook page, and I'll be down there later this week. Coach 1285, I love it. All right, take care, everybody.